Thank you. Good morning guys, today I'm going to show you bus travel. Just got a rickshaw to the bus station. Now we have bought a bus ticket, going to Cox's Bazar, which is a beautiful beach area down the very south. Got some breakfast here if you guys are hungry. Looking good. Locals are loving it. Gonna jump on the bus in a second and get on the way. Should be interesting. Apparently it's very peaceful and a lot of you in the comments have been telling me that I have to go. I was planning on going. Seeing as you guys are... Yes. Hello, nice to meet you. But seeing as so many of you are telling me to go, then I thought I had to definitely go. I was planning on going, but I don't want to let my Bangladeshi viewers down because you think I'm missing the real Bangladesh. Anyway, get out of this mayhem. Made it onto the bus. And it's actually so spacious. We got the front seats, got like heaps of leg room here. So much leg room. I think the bus ride takes like 3 to 4 hours, so we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so after maybe 5 or so hours in that madness, that driver was crazy, but that's just how it is here. Now we're heading towards the beach. This is the longest sea beach in the world, uninterrupted sea beach in the whole world that we're about to go to. Check out these sharks first. As you can see, those drivers are absolutely mental, but you know, you kind of get used to it. I know if you watch my other videos, I say that Georgian drivers are crazy. And I think that the Georgian drivers are a little bit crazier because the traffic here seems a bit more fluid. But in Georgia, it seems like they just take more risks. Here, like, everybody knows that everybody else drives like that. So they're expecting someone to be coming around a blind corner on your side of the road. And so it just kind of works. They really know how to use the brakes and everything and the gears. It seems to work out. Robin was telling me apparently that's an older driver and the younger ones are even more insane than that. And you saw some of the clips. I couldn't really get that many clips on the bus ride because it was really bumpy. Literally like this close at some times, but it seems to work. Let's have a look at this beach. Hello. Alright guys, we arrived at the longest sea beach in the world, uninterrupted. The sun's gonna set pretty soon. It's quarter to 5, so that bus ride took 4 hours and 45 minutes. Tomorrow we're going to go to the area where the refugees are, hopefully, if we can figure out transport and how to get there. This is the main tourist area of Bangladesh. This is where all the tourists come from Bangladesh. I don't see any white people here or any foreigners that I can see. Interesting, all the people here are obviously the Bangladeshi tourists or possibly Indian, I'm not sure. Interesting. I wonder if I will see a white person the whole time I'm in Bangladesh, because if I didn't, then that would be incredible. Hi. Like, I'm not saying that like there's nothing underlying in those comments. It's interesting for me. I get some shots of this scene here before the sun sets, and then we still need to find accommodation, so stay tuned. Just checked out the beach there, pretty cool. Got a couple time lapses there. It's not really busy in terms of Bangladesh standards. Now we're just gonna go and find a hotel. It was nice to go to the beach. Beautiful sunset there. Okay guys, so a few hours have passed since the last shot that you saw, and some pretty stressful events have happened, but I'll get to that in a second. We came into this hotel that we're in now, had a nice shower, and then we went out, had some food, had a bit of an explore around the beach area, just didn't take the camera because we went through some pretty hectic events that I'll get into now. A lot of you might disagree, and I know that what I'm about to say is probably going to spark a huge debate in the comment section, but there's a lot of things that I'll kind of just brush off and just, you know, look at the positives and forget about the negatives. But what happened today was not really okay to just not talk about it. I'll explain what happened. We arrived in Cox's Bazar, as you saw, and then we went to a hotel that I found on booking.com. Booking.com said vacancy. We were thinking about booking it on booking.com, and then Robin said that he thinks it's better if we go there personally and we can get a better deal possibly. So we go to the hotel. It's about a 1 kilometre walk from where we were. I walk in firstly because Robin was a bit behind me. The guy kind of like stands up and he's ready to talk to me, and then Robin walks in, and then his whole persona kind of changes. I was kind of like, what's going on? And he said, no vacancy, no vacancy. Tried to ask him why, but he just wouldn't give us an answer. And I was like, well, on booking.com it says that you have vacancy. And he's like, oh no. And they just wouldn't give us a valid reason. So like, oh, whatever, not sure what that is, but forget about it, we'll find another hotel. Go to the next hotel, same thing happens. I walk in first, and then Robin follows me a bit later. But when I'm in there, before they can see Robin, they stand up and they're ready to greet me and welcome me. And then as soon as Robin walks in, they stop and they're like, no. And we're like, why? And they're like, no, can't serve you. So we leave that behind, we go to the next place. I walk in firstly, again, and I start kind of like talking to the guy. There was actually another foreigner there, and I was surprised. The guy from the reception calls up the foreigner because apparently the foreigner spoke Bengali. And so he was going to translate for me. And the guy comes up, I was like, oh no, don't worry, I have a Bangladeshi friend. He's going to come in soon and he's going to help me with the translation. Robin walks in, same exact thing happens. The guy sits back in his chair and he's just like, no, not serving you. I was like, why? Like, give us a reason. They just would not give us a reason. There's only two things it could have been. It could have been that he doesn't want to serve a Bangladeshi guy, or he thought that we were like a gay couple or something. Either one of those things is completely disgusting behaviour. If he doesn't want to serve us because Robin is from Bangladesh and he doesn't like his own people, or if he thinks that we're gay, which we're not a gay couple, just to clarify, but if we were, that's not a problem. You serve anyone regardless of their race, what their preferences are, or anything like that. But he just would not serve us from then on. This happened 3 times in a row. None of them would serve us as soon as they saw Robin walk in. I'm sorry if you're from Bangladesh. I have said how much I like the Bangladeshi people. This is the first negative aspect that I've found in Bangladesh so far out of like 2 weeks of being here. Racist or discriminatory behaviour makes me absolutely sick to my stomach, and that's one thing that I will not just like smile and walk away from. Racism and homophobia, 2 of the main things in the world that absolutely disgust me. So that's why I was disappointed. Robin had to call a friend he knows that lives here, and he came in, rode in on his motorbike, and he managed to take us to a hotel that would actually accept us. I'm going to end the video there, sorry, on a sour note, but basically you should never treat anyone differently because of a certain aspect of their life, no matter what it is. I know most of you already know this, but if any of you don't, then you should start thinking about it. Sorry for the kind of negative ending, but like I have to come out and say this kind of thing. It's something so important to share. I don't know if anyone in the Cox's Bazar area that owns a hotel is going to see this video, but if they do, then they should understand that this is not on and you need to start acting like someone in the 21st century. And just before I go, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to 2 new patrons, Iraqi, if I'm pronouncing that right, and Bojan or Boyan. Sorry, my pronunciation's not correct, but thank you guys so much for joining the crew. Absolutely legendary. And some of these videos might be a bit delayed because we're packing in some serious days here with travel, and then also sometimes the internet's not the best to be able to upload, but I'm doing my best to edit them when I can and upload them as soon as possible. Tomorrow we are heading to the area of the Rohingya refugees. And if you don't know about that, there's a huge refugee crisis currently here in Bangladesh. Refugees coming from Myanmar to Bangladesh. We're going to go there and see the scene, and I think it would be quite interesting and extremely eye-opening. Stay tuned for that, guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.